welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To my loyal viewers and subscribers. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. Jamaican Young Police channel does not tell lies, as it is not in our DNA. Whatever you hear over here is the truth and nothing but the truth. If we at the Jamaica Young Police channel make any error, we are not afraid to correct the same. Please, if we have made an error, you can point it out to us. So moving on. A wise man can change his mind, but a fool will never. Because he's a fool. And remember that you must never try to educate a fool, because the fool will hate you. Only a friend will tell you the truth, and hypocrites will cheer you on when you are wrong. If your friends expect you to tell them the truth, you better prepare for losing these so-called friends, as after that most people normally get vexed with them and end the relationship. But guess what? They weren't even your friends. Anyway, because they did not respect you for being honest, truthful, and straightforward with them, and not being a faker. Before we begin today's video, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel want our audience and detractors to know that anything that we have said here that is incorrect, you can reach out to us at 954-556-0275, and we will give you the chance to correct the same. To us at the Jamaica Young Police channel, the first and foremost thing about us on this channel is our character, credibility, and reputation. We have to protect that, because without our character, credibility, and reputation, we are nothing. Yes, we have never slandered or defamed anyone's name on this platform. Whatever you are hearing is the truth. If the truth shall kill those who hate the truth, let it kill them. Remember that we said before, those who do not know the truth are fools, and those who knew the truth and call it a lie is a depraved and criminal-minded people. At the Jamaica Young Police channel, we want our loyal viewers and subscribers to know that we want them to think critically. Because we here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, it's all about to educate, inform, inspire, and to change minds. Yes, that's what we're all about here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. So, you know that there's a video has been circulating around on social media, showing a police officer in uniform, and he was being, I would say, disrespectful, not obeying the law when it comes down to the curfew or Zozo that was in force, where the members of the Jamaica Defence Force were enforcing a central point. A central point is an entry point to a community. Entry and exit. So they are manning that part of the community. So you're going to see a police officer being pushed twice in the chest by a soldier. But you have to remember that the soldier and the police should be on the same team. They are not enemies. But I want you to watch the video for yourself, because we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do believe that police officers and soldiers must behave professionally. And I want you to listen to what the soldiers are saying in the background, and you decide what you think happened and what causes this. We are not here to support no one who is behaving rogue. As a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I have never, ever, we have never had any problems with police officers out there or members of the Jamaica Defence Force. Because the thing is that if you respect yourself and the office that you have, you're going to respect the others who are doing the same to protect, serve, and to reassure and protect the people of Jamaica. So you're not going to get over your head and think that you're superior to them, or because you have more powers than them, you're going to behave in a certain way. One must remember that we're all human beings. First we were civilians before we become members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and twice a civilian. And it's the same thing for a member of the Jamaica Defence Force. So, you know, you have to show respect to get respect. If you disrespect yourself, people is going to disrespect you. So I want you, my loyal viewers and subscribers, to watch this video. You watch, you listen, you decide.
Sojie and police are fight. Sojie and police are fight. This is a video. Watch ya! Catch everything.
Yes, I can tell you this as a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. A lot of police officers who are watching the video, who are active, or even some members who have served, would be, you know, getting upset over the video without knowing the facts or what they have seen. But based on what I have seen so far, the police officer is at fault. And the reason why I'm saying he's at fault, two wrong don't make a right, you know, and it takes two to tango. Number one, that era that he was about to enter is under curfew, Zozo, state of emergency, you know, their crime fighting technique. And remember, you know, it is not the police fault why the crime is at this magnitude. It's because of the politicians in Jamaica. They are the ones who have enacted and signed into laws to criminalize the police officers and members of the Jamaica Defence Force, and laws to cuddle, support and finance criminals. So the criminals they are the ones who are winning the war against crime. They are the ones who's winning because they are the ones who are committing crimes. So that's why you're seeing Sojie manning checkpoints to go in various communities. When I was growing up, that never happened. When I was a police officer, that did not happen. So what happened? Well, in 2010, the United States government had extradited one of Jamaica's most notorious criminal, Christopher Dudu, and both political party. They have the only segment of the Jamaica society they have as enemy is the police force, members of the police force. So they enact a law named Indicom, and that's as a result of the Indicom law. It emboldened the criminals. It's going 13 years now. That's criminals even taking boats going to 80. When I was growing up, that never happened. When I was a police officer or a Jamaican fisherman wouldn't even venture nowhere near 80. Because the thing is that although we are all black people, we were cultured to discriminate against the Asians because is what was imparted to us, that they are the prey of black people and they eat black people and all kind of, so we were afraid of them. So we did not want them around us. So because of this Indicom law, the fishermen, they feel safe to venture into Haiti and start to do the drugs or gun trade. And now we have reached this juncture. The police officer is wrong so far, but it takes two to tango. Not because he had, I don't know what happened before, why they had pushed him, but now we're really going back to the initial video to show you what happened. But the reason why we started from there is for you to get a closer look at the police officer, what happened with him and the soldiers, and then we'll continue the journey.
Everybody want me, so go to the police station. Advertise the street, so I make it dance.
Jamaica is teetering to become a failed state. Yes, and I am telling you, Jamaica is teetering to become a failed state. It's only a matter of time before, just listen to what I'm saying, it's only a matter of time before one of these politicians' vehicle is shot up and they are killed. And then the government will have to force to buy bulletproof vehicles for the politicians. Because guess what? When they were thinking of attacking the police and put them in their place, they weren't thinking that the same criminals that they're going to embolden because they want to put the police in their place, that it is going to come back to haunt them. And they all along, you know, they have been portraying the police as the enemy to the Jamaican people. And now that the people are waking up that the real enemy is really the politicians, because they are the one who enact laws in Jamaica, not the police. The police also enforce the law. So what they have done, they have created a conduit and a wedge between the people and the police. And they have been, so over 51 years, they have been very successful in painting the police as the enemy. But now that some of these youths, especially the ones who are more educated than their predecessors and their parents, now that they are realizing that the real enemies are the people who are in parliament. So if you listen to all these youths are talking, you know the only place left for them to go one day with two busload of gunmen or in two big trucks is down to the parliament. And it's going to happen soon. Because what is happening in Jamaica, they have emboldened these criminals that they feel like they are the one who's supposed to be in charge of the country. And if they're in charge of the country, they decide who live and who die. That is happening in Haiti right now. Because when you cuddle criminals, you cannot turn back the clock. Once you let out the genie is out of the bottle. How are they going to get it back? I am not here to tell them how to get it back. Because they won't even listen to someone like me. Although I have a legacy there in fighting crime. But you have to understand that these elites and politicians in Jamaica, one common enemy they have is the police. Because all of them are in politics to make money. They are not there to better people's life. They are there to better themselves and their families. The problem with this police officer, he is thinking as an immature person. Because if he was a mature person or someone who take his job and the security seriously, what a decent police officer would do, a professional police officer would do, would stop right there at the barriers and properly identify himself and answer the questions that the soldier would ask, because you have to need permission or have a right to be in that zone. And he knows that, that police officer knows that. But because of his arrogance, and he think that because of the office that he has as a police officer, that he can go there and interfere with the job that the soldiers are doing. He's wrong, based on what the soldiers are saying, that there is no video showing that he was removing the barriers. But what is he doing out of his car? And then you would see that the soldier pushed him twice. That's assault. I don't know if anything is going to come of it, but I know that the police officer is wrong. But two wrong don't make a right. He's wrong for if what they're saying, that he removed the barrier. There's no video footage of that to show that he had removed the barrier. But that's, they're talking to him in a stern way. And he was outnumbered. I don't know what he was thinking. Because suppose one of the soldiers would think that, well, he's in a private car in a police uniform. Police officer must remember that, the days where people respect police officer, that is over, That is over, because the same people who are your political leaders in Jamaica, they do not respect the police. The police are their enemies. So the police officer, the luxury that's as your content creator would enjoy when I was in the police force, you're not going to enjoy that, because it's a total different society. You're a police officer, so this police officer, he loves his job, So I don't know if he was going, based on the said that he was going to work, or he had finished working and he was going home. To travel in a uniform in Jamaica, especially at this time, it's like pretty much putting yourself out there as a madman to be killed. Because you know in Jamaica, it's the criminal's paradise. Jamaica is a place where when you're a police, you're the most hated person in Jamaica. And this police officer should act professionally, and he did not, and thus allowing himself to be assaulted and treated in this fashion by the soldiers. Police, you must be very respectful to others. Once you respect yourself, others will respect you. If you don't respect others who are doing their jobs, it doesn't matter who. If it's somebody working at Burger King, Kentucky, you have to respect them, not because you're a police officer. You're not superior to anyone. The only thing that you have the powers of arrest. To arrest someone for an offense that you have seen or an offense that has been committed. So treat each other as you want others to treat you. As I've stated and as I've stated before, during my tenure as a police officer in Jamaica, I had never had any problem with any police officer on the street. Never. The only time was on a bus when a police officer was trying to disarm me because he was trying to get a telephone number from a woman and she refused from giving him her number. So in return, he did not get the attention from her and he turned on me, and it didn't end well for him and two other police officers. So that's how it is, you know. So it's not like something that I had started. It's just that the man looking the girl and the girl not paying him any mind, and then he turned around, show me his identification, telling me that showing me that he's a police officer. I did not have my police ID on me because I was pretty much known from St. Catherine to Kingston. You have to pass through St. Andrews to go to Kingston. So I was a known street cop. So I didn't have to I didn't travel with my police identification booklet because most of my job was very active and the chance of losing it would be easy. So I just leave it home. And you know, this police officer, because he was trying to get the number of a girl, he decided that he wants to disarm me, and from there all hell broke loose. I had to defend myself from all three of them. But that's the only time I ever had a problem with any police officer, and it was an ego thing. He wanted to show the woman that he's a police officer and he can't do anything. So you know, he just messed with the wrong police officer that morning. And it's all based on my temperament. That's why I was able to fend them off, and I didn't get any injury or anything, or any of my clothing damaged, but two of them were injured. I had injured them because I had to defend myself. Police, respect soldier when you're going through checkpoints and stuff like that. Don't be this egoist. The days where police and soldier at war, that was in politics time. That was in the 70s. You know, and there's no need for it, you know, for police and soldier to have any problem. It's supposed to be one unit because it's one goal, you know, reducing crime. But I don't see crime reducing in Jamaica because the guns, every third person in Jamaica have an illegal gun because the laws were there to encourage them to do that. My advice to the soldiers and the police, just live good, because all of you, one thing that you have in common is the enemies or the politicians in parliament, because they are the ones who are after you guys to turn you guys into criminals. So you guys must be smart, live good, and treat each other with respect. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.